What you said this did again? Loadout. Like video game armor loadouts, like video games? Bro, how much you pay for this? Is that in no? I was gonna ask you if it's in cents, but it's not because you pay for this shit. This don't work. We're not going to Jersey Mike's. Bet. You got any more of these? So to the surprise of exactly 0 people, I love pro wrestling. I was watching AEW Collision on Saturday, and this happened.
When the truth of the matter is, Brian fears Nigel.
Your claims are ridiculous. Brian Danielson is not afraid of you. And I think everybody here would agree that he's not afraid of you. He is not cleared to wrestle.
If there is a God in heaven, it will happen. And if there's not, may the devil hear my prayer.
Now, when I saw it, it sent chills up my spine because Nigel McGuinness versus Brian Danielson. This might be one of the last times I get to see this match because Brian Danielson's retiring. And I thought, damn, Brian Danielson's retiring. This might be one of the last times I get to see a match like this. I thought about it. One of the wrestlers made me feel this strong. A lot of them, actually. When Scott Hall, when he first popped up on Monday Nitro, Kota Ibushi during the Double Gold Dash, Shawn Michaels during the Boyhood Dream. I cried when Macho died. Why does wrestling feel so much like a soap opera? All the melodrama, all the violence, all the pageantry, all the theatrics. Am I the only one that feels that way? Hey, drink water. It turns out if you look up the terms pro wrestling and soap opera on Google, you get a bunch of Reddit posts, think pieces, video essays, and forums. As a matter of fact, I found a blog post called Written by the Stars by a woman named Stephanie, where she goes on to talk about how she and her mother used to watch soap operas like Young and the Restless and Bold and the Beautiful when she was little. She then goes on to talk about how she and her husband bonded over professional wrestling because of how much she loves the story and the drama paired with an athletic competition. Stephanie then goes on to point out how professional wrestling and soap operas both have a multitude of characters and storylines all converging and going on at once. Right now, on just Friday Night SmackDown, you have the Queen of the Ring getting buddy-buddy with Miss Money of the Bank, and the 2 number 1 contenders to the Women's Championship are tired of it. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are about to kill each other. The Sons of Rikishi have been replaced with the Sons of Haku and the Bloodline, and Roman Reigns has decided he takes that personally, and Cody decided he was going to risk it for the biscuit by joining him.
What?
And then like 3 more shows, and Giovanni Vinci is...
And Apollo Crews, though, slips underneath, throws him up now, shoulders are down. No! Got the win again!
Yes, in the Mr. McMahon documentary, Bruce Pritchard and Tony Atlas said that professional wrestling was a reflection of the times in America. And yeah, in the 80s during the Iran-Iraq war, the Iron Sheik became a top heel just because of the anti-Iran sentiment in America. Because of the anti-Iraq sentiment in America, Sergeant Slaughter became an Iraqi sympathizer. Ivan Putski was billed as a Polish concentration camp survivor, even though he was born in 1941. Ivan Koloff saw his biggest success in the middle of the Cold War. I mean, it's hard to argue. Although soap operas may modernize and change with the culture, very rarely does the outside world affect any of their plots or character developments. Soap operas typically don't reflect the sign of the times because they happen in an isolated environment, while pro wrestling happens in real time in front of a live studio audience. And because of that, they're more fully integrated into the real world and the exhibition sport of pro wrestling as a whole. See, the more I think about it, the more I think that the world's most violent soap opera might be accurate. I mean, think about it. The world of professional wrestling has so many different personalities in it. So many different people following so many different goals. And you find the one person that you like. And that's your guy. And you follow them through wins, losses. You cheer them, you boo them, you hate them, you love them. Championships, big matches, main events, new friends, new enemies. You follow them through all of that. And then one day, maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years, maybe 20 years, it's all over. All you have is archives, videos of the good times. And that doesn't mean they didn't leave something behind, because maybe that wrestler has a student. Maybe that wrestler has a son. Maybe that wrestler has a relative. Maybe that relative is just as talented. Maybe that student is even better than you anticipated. Maybe that relative learned from that famous family member. Then you have somebody to cheer for all over again. It's a revolving door, a living, breathing world. Maybe I answered my own question. Maybe that's why it makes me feel so much. Or maybe I just fuck with the violence.
Back from the dead, feeling fresher than soap. Died the back and I'm learning to cope. Drinking these smoothies, I cleaning my soul. I just talked to my shooter, he cleaning the scope.